as a gift to myself for Mother's Day, I was decluttering for a large part of it. It's just something I actually really genuinely enjoy to do, especially with a little bit of magic expectation that something fun, I'm going to find something fun, or the idea of giving stuff that we no longer use so that someone else can enjoy it. I just love the circulatory vibe of decluttering. And while I was decluttering, where did it come from? It was deep in a drawer, and I don't honestly, now I've even forgotten because I've been in so many drawers for the last 48 hours. I don't even remember what drawer it was. Oh, it was Jeremy's like bathroom drawer where he has like a razor and toothbrush and stuff. And we had this Ziploc, and he's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's sea glass from our days back in Hawaii, where once upon a time I thought we would become sea glass people." There are lots of people in Hawaii who are sea glass people. They collect sea glass. It's a beautiful thing. They have it in a bowl or in a jar or whatever. You know, sea glass meaning like a broken bottle that over time softened because of erosion, because of the sand and the water and la la la. And so now it's soft and beautiful and blue and green and brown and whatever. And then they had it in jars. That's like a thing that people do. And I thought once upon a time I wanted to become a sea glass person. But the truth is, we collected a few pieces that were honestly too sharp to be safe. We should not have probably picked them up anyway, because they were not at that beautiful, soft, rounded edge part. They were kind of in between, like not yet soft enough to really be safe. I wouldn't let Noe hold them, for example, and just shoved them in a Ziploc in the back of this drawer for literally 5 years that we've lived here almost. And so the point of this message and sharing it, and if you want the picture, just send me an email or a DM somewhere and I will send you a picture, because I find it really funny, but a beautiful reflection of like, what are you holding on to, either emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, that is sea glass. It's like you thought, or once upon a time pretended like you were going to be this person who does this thing. But the truth is, let's take a good, honest look. You're not a sea glass person. And that is perfectly fine. It's just about letting yourself be who you actually are. It was like Gretchen on Mean Girls trying to make fetch happen. Like, I'm not a sea glass person. I'm never going to be a sea glass person. It's just not my thing. Let me leave it there for months or years or however much longer it needs, so that the true sea glass people can have access to that sea glass, instead of me trying to pretend like I wanted in on that game. I'm not even, to be honest with you, I'm not even a beach person. I did a whole blog post on this once upon a time. I love knowing that the beach is there. It's beautiful. I love the ocean. I love to look at it, but I need to be in shade. I'm a vampire. I have very light, delicate, fragile to the sun skin. It's not great for me to be in the sun. Like, that's just not that's not me in this lifetime, in this body. And so I love to know the beach is there, but look at me, not only trying to be a beach person, but taking it the extra mile to try to be a sea glass person. And then I'm only setting myself up for failure. And I'm sharing that with you today in case there is a thing, whether it's sea glass, whether it's this online course, whether it's, like balls of yarn that you have in a closet that you're like, yeah, because one day I'm going to start knitting or crochet. Like, if it hasn't happened, let me just suggest and propose, and you do you. This is your life. You get to choose. But let me propose, if you're holding on to something, like I said, it could be physical, it could be intangible, but you're thinking that like, I'm supposed to be this person one of these days. Maybe it's like jeans that don't fit you right now, or whatever it is. It's like that version of you that doesn't exist is haunting you somehow and actually draining the energy that current you could actually have access to be full blast, magnificent, actual you. So from one declutter bug to another, I'm just proposing you take an honest look and really be clear with yourself. It's time to let this thing go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. In the words of Elsa, let it go. Okay, technically that was the end of the episode, but since you're still here, 1, I'd love to thank you for spending part of your day with me, and 2, I'd love to ask you if you would take 30 seconds, maybe 60, to leave a rating and review in your podcast app before you tap out today. If you've already done that, it's amazing. Please send me a screenshot so I can thank you personally, and know that sharing this episode with a friend has the same magical powers, and I deeply appreciate both. Also, in case you're listening to the end to see if I ever actually introduce myself, hi!
My name is Nikki Elledge Brown. I'm the host and author of Naptime Empires and this here On Her Terms podcast. You can find me around the internet at Nikki Elledge Brown in most places, but what you may appreciate most is actually over at onherterms.com. It's what I call the insider library. It's where you can get inside scoop, first listen rights, email updates every time there's a new episode, and then special insider only bonus content. It's all over in our private feed. Okay, that's a wrap for real. I'll meet you in the next episode.